Have you guys ever noticed that after something life-changing has happened in your life, be it positive or negative, or maybe you've lost something or someone in your life, afterwards, most people are always like, I knew it. I felt something. I knew that day was off. Something was off and I felt it. Well, I'm here to tell you that nothing is usually off. It's your intuition, instincts that are usually on its peak, trying to signal you to take a particular step that will lead to a positive outcome. And every time you ignore, something negative happens. What I'm saying is this: your intuition, your instinct, your gut feeling, or whatever you call it, always has your best interest at heart, even in death. So always listen to it, because it will always save you. Have you ever noticed how words that end in side have so much in common? Suicide, homicide, fungicide, insecticide, decide. Yes, every time you make a decision, there's a part of you that you're preventing from dying. Decide, like deactivate. So always ensure you make the right decision. And whenever you find yourself in a horn of dilemma, ask yourself, what would someone who loved themselves do? A lot of African history, African languages, African ancestry, African way of life is being lost and forgotten. And education was placed by the colonizer to specifically do that. Even Chancellor Williams talks about it. Modern education was placed to create a rift between the older generation and the newer generation. Because the newer generation thinks that they are intellectuals, they are elites, and so they cannot gain anything from the older generation. That was the intention of modern day education, to create a rift between the passing of information, because Africans are natural storytellers. We used to pass information from one generation to another through the word of mouth, from the older to the younger ones. The older African generation are dying with this kind of information, with our rich culture, with our languages, because they can no longer pass it to the younger generation because there is a disconnect. Nowadays, if an elderly person dies in Africa, know that a whole library has fallen.